Hi, this is DH Dunn. Good evening. Good to see everybody. A little late, but not too bad. Let's see who we have to say hi to. Who was first? Who showed up first? Why, it's Thistle. Thistle was first. Winquisition was second. I saw your note there. Damn it, Thistle. I find calling her Thistle very funny. Burb is here. I watched Burb playing a horrifying giant bug game. Nocturnal Druid is here. Good to see you, Druid. Avatar is here. Friday is here. Hey, Friday. Northern Lights is here. Good to see you, Northern Lights. Thank you all for being epic people. That is awesome. Thank you, Friday. You are epic as well. So, yeah, all the critters, that one is not for me. That one is not for me, Burb. So yeah, good to see everybody. We're back here with more Loper and the things we do for Lope. Which I heard that song, The Things We Do for Love, which is a 70s song. I heard that on the radio like 2 weeks ago while I was driving, and I'm like, oh, I gotta use that one. And I could have, I was driving, so like I couldn't like stop and like write it down or anything, so I had to try to remember. Fortunately, today I remembered it. Not too much to talk about today. Got good writing today done with Will Stand Still. It was fun to have Kelly in there as well. And I think Kelly and I both wrote 2,000 words today, which was pretty fun. And got to roll out the official usage of the Will Stand Still intro, which was wonderful. And it's kind of it. We got some winter weather coming here tonight. They're talking about blizzard-like conditions. I don't know why they don't just call it a blizzard, but apparently it's not a blizzard, but an incredible simulation. Really, really close. I don't know. But anyway, we're supposed to get, I don't know, somewhere between 8 to 12 inches of snow and like 30-mile-an-hour winds and blah, blah, blah. And, we'll just keep, as always, keep our fingers crossed the lights stay on. And, we'll see where it goes. But, the Astrid willing, we will be back tomorrow night. Willing, will stand stilling at some point during the day, and then we'll be back to this run tomorrow night. And then on Sunday, we're going to do our Sims double feature as we start off with Farmer Wade and his chickens, his 6 chickens. And if you didn't get to be a chicken, don't worry. We'll put you in the chicken queue. You can be a chicken. And we'll get everybody in there. And I promise no chickens will be harmed in the making of Farmer Wade. And then we will shift to full-blown Astrid and Will as well. So I see no reason not to get into the long dark shenanigans as we continue our Loper run. See if we can get to day 10. Let's roll the intro and let's go. All right, fine. I'll unmute. Hey, Evercron. Good to see you, Carolyn. Good to see you. Welcome in, guys. I was literally just sitting there going, I don't care. I don't care that I'm on mute. I don't care. Now, what's your story here? Why does it look like that? What is wrong with you? Oh, I just didn't let it load in. The long dark will immediately freeze if you tab away. I just didn't let it load in. All right, now let's get into survival and fix the music situation. I need the game to tell me that I'm dead. Long dark is really dark today. Your first lo-fi track is underway. That's awesome. I'm very intrigued by this. Load. This is wow. This is bad. That's our run name. Wow, this is bad. But you know this
doesn't seem so crazy right
this
now.
run has some upsides to it. Oh, apparently we don't have water. Where the hell am I? Am I in the cave above the Yeah, that's where I am. The cave. I never know what to call this cave. Like literally, what is the actual name of this cave? It's in Mystery Lake. Pondering a name. Lo-Fi Koru? Lo-Fi Kiwi? I feel like I'd like to kill. Can I kill? I only have the one rock. Wait. Welcome to death. You call this the Overlook Cafe? That's pretty good. Alright, I don't want to use another match, but this is happening because of an error. Let's see. Will ponders the meaning of life while sticking a folder for 3 hours. There we go. Hey, it's O'Keefe. I assumed that was Avatar. I swear I thought that was Avatar. Hey, O'Keefe. Good to see you. Hey, Brain Butcher's here. Hey, Brain Butcher. Good to see you. Welcome in. Wait, you can use the mag lens in the cave? I never knew that. This pleases me to a great extent. Because of an error that stuck. Lo-Fi and Thistle is better than on any of my suggestions, Baru. So don't listen to me. Listen to Lo-Fi and Thistle. Very good. Very good. Please, the opposite of outrage. Yes, I am pleased. The less common, but not outraged. Use the fur. Alright, let's make some water. And over here, we are going to harvest Mr. Bun for his tasty morsel. Hey, Ensig! So your doctor told you you're going deaf. Going deaf today? Regardless, I'm sorry to hear that. Obviously that's terrible. Thank you, O'Keefe. I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that, Brain Butcher. I have my hearing, but I have significant hearing damage due to tinnitus. It's not the same thing as complete hearing loss, obviously. I'm sorry to hear that. That sounds like the wrong thing to say now. I'm sorry. Learn of this. Hopefully this stream can help take your mind off it. Yeah, Koru has a lot of expertise in this area since her son was born with hearing challenges. We'll wait for that to finish. we'll just kind of hang out here. Listen to the howls. Thurston howls. The Lovey howls. 7 minutes already. Come on, hurry up. Astrid's hungry. There goes my well-fed, by the way. Why would it take 40 minutes? It's such a tiny little rabbit. Why would it take 40 minutes? Yeah, I had my hearing damaged by Navy work. For The Sims, are you moving Wade back to his tiny house for a chicken run? Wade will be kind of doing his own... we're going to use a new Wade. We're going to take our Wade off the gallery and kind of restart him in his own situation. And he will not be in a tiny house. He will be in no house at all. Wade is going to try to get rich quick with chickens. He's going to have no money. Yeah, so after I buy him his chickens. Stuntman occupation would be good. So yep, we're gonna do the get rich quick stuff that Kayla does with Stanley. We're gonna use Wade. We're gonna put him in a lot in that country Englishy place, and we're gonna buy him some chickens in a chicken coop. No house, no nothing, just that. Then we're gonna take away all his money. I think we're gonna give him some crops too, chickens and some crops, and then he has to survive on that. Yeah, death metal, that you know, has an impact, absolutely. I did that just to cook it. I'm not going to eat them, but I'm just doing them to cook them. Get the cooking skill up. I listened to a little death metal when I was in high school. I didn't stay with it, but I didn't hate it. Then I kind of moved on to other music. Make Wade a scientist. We could be doing that at some point too. We're gonna do a lot of stuff with Wade, I think. Annie is also considering making Molly Toru, which I think you might enjoy. And no, the lights will enjoy Molly. Astrid's getting so mad I'm making her cook all this food without letting her eat it. I mean, the music I liked when I was a kid, I still like. You know, the music, I still listen to Iron Maiden and Judas Priest and you know, Metallica and that stuff. But I guess at some point in my early 20s, I shifted away from that music so that the newer bands that came into that music, I didn't listen to. But I still listen to the stuff I liked back then. If that makes sense. Make some tea. So I guess... Should we start thinking about forging? Is it too early to think about that? I don't have a hacksaw. I do have a hammer. Molly's mystery beat. I probably can leave that can. I have too many cans already. Cooking too, already. Nice. Happy about that. No complaints here about that. Guess I'll eat one of these soups since I think I'm leaving soon. Not going far. I still am in a Trappers. Have I? I don't think so. Yeah. The problem is I really want to skin you. So that fire's going to go out. Our warmed up is going to wear off, but I didn't really get it for that. That's accurate. That is accurate. That is completely true. Can I restart this fire with the mag lens? Nope, not anymore. Okay, let's see if I can get back to the HQ without tangling with any quirky boys. Hey Zert, good evening. Nice to see you. Make glasses that convey sound through vibration. Oh, that's interesting, yeah. Yep, that's what I'm hoping for. No wolves. Now, I played all the way through episode 3, and I did not catch any of this cannibalist stuff with Molly. Look at that. Avoided all jerks. It's not canon, no. Oh my god, you freaking deer. Did you just throw up? What the hell is wrong with you? Hope a wolf kills you. Tuesday is Soylent Green Day. I was trying to remember who I had. Oh wow, look at all the water I hadn't purified here. Who I had tricked on the unnamed pond thing. I'm pretty sure it was Winquisition. I think I owed him because he tricked me into saying Camp Office instead of Camp HQ. I want to drop the yeah, I have 2 things that I've been carrying around here. Not curing that lemon. All right. Now I think we can go to camp. Excuse me, we're in Camp HQ.
I could eat a horse.
Oh my gosh, ouch. Bastard. Done, master deadpan. Last man played survive, he got stuck in the fishing hut surrounded by wolves without any weapons or fire. That would be difficult. I can't believe you're not falling for that one again. Yeah, I was deadpanning pretty good yesterday. I don't remember what I was deadpanning about, but sure, O'Keefe. As long as it's reasonably clean, I'd be happy to hear a joke. The note-taking system, which is nothing. Oh, that's right. I was deadpanning about the notes, right? I was like, man, I wish there was some way to add notes in this game. That was pretty funny. I was very pleased with myself. I thought I did a very good job with that. Oh, really? But what I really want to know is, are you going to go my way? Today, your son asked, can I have a bookmark? And I burst into tears. 11 years old, he still doesn't know my name is Brian. That's a good one. That's a good one. I respect that one. I don't know any jokes. Like, I don't know jokes. I think I know one joke. Like, joke. I'm more of a witty commentator than a joke teller. I've had people all my life say things to me like, oh, Dave, you should do stand-up. No. Because stand-up comedians write things. They write a routine, and they edit it, and they work it down to, the perfect. I couldn't do that. I can't write comedy. Gonna bake cookies right now. What kind of cookies? Please describe them. Please make me sad that I cannot have them. Situational humor is more fun. I mean, that's what I do. I just make commentary on what's happening around me. Oat chocolate chip. Had me in the second half. Not into the oat part. I'll get into the chocolate chip part, though. Your brother loves telling jokes, but he's bad at it. Yeah. It's painful when someone, like, wants to be funny and tries to be funny. You can feel how hard they're trying to be funny and it just isn't working. You won't notice that much. They're full of butter and sugar. Well, I won't notice at all because I don't get to eat them. The problem with cookies is you have to make them. That is the problem with cookies. It's the one downside to cookies. You have to make them. I love cookies and coffee. Like peanut butter cookies and coffee or chocolate chip cookies and coffee. Really good. You love bureaucracy. Order new sticky things, hold the Easy Pass on your window. They send you a Faraday bag instead. I also have Easy Pass. I got on their like not most wanted list, but like I got like a big nasty letter from them about you are a violator, and turns out our account had been turned off, and so we were just going through all the things, and it's because our account was tied to an old address. We kept the same like transponder, and so we had moved, and Annie had said like, don't we need to let them know that we moved? And I was like, no. All they care about is the transponder and the credit card. They don't care if we moved. Turns out they cared.
Damn it. So hungry.
Oh, Astrid, you just do not want to get well fed, do you? Just don't want. I think I'm gonna feed you those sardines. I saw Kimiota get food poisoning today, but he wanted it. Did I just pass a birch sapling without cutting it? I did because I don't have anything to cut it with. I have no hacksaw. I have no hatchet. I have nothing. I'm a sad, sad woman with no blade. Cut it with your flare. I don't like talking about my flare. Cut it with biting sarcasm. Oh, if only. Oh, you're a nice tree. What a great tree. You're awesome. Just fall over. I know. It's not that big. You should be able to just pull it out of the damn ground. Friends of the Moosian variety? Like a negative. See any deer either, though. Remember when the carcass used to be here? I don't think I have seen the carcass here post DLC. And I miss it. I really do. It had buck teeth. I like a good dumb joke. That's a good one. Wait, what was it? Yeah, Mackenzie is a little more optimistic, and I was trying to be Jennifer Aniston from Office Space. That is her one good line in that movie. Yeah, I have nothing against Jennifer Aniston. In fact, I think she's a very strong comedic actress, but I don't think she brings a lot to the table in Office Space. I think her part could have been anyone. But she does sell that flare scene quite well. Okay. What do you got for me there, Camp HQ? You're trappers, though. That's, I guess, a building, Nabby. I keep calling this place Camp HQ. I'm just going to call everything Camp HQ. Soda. That don't impress me much. Don't need that. What about the matches? What about the fire striker? Something. Place bites. What's that? What is that? Coloring, it looks weird. Looking at it from the top down. Alright. Not too great. Oh, wait a minute. Out of the corner of my eye. Will that hacksaw pass me by? No, it will not. Nice. Wait, what happened to your cookies? You don't have enough butter, oats, no cookies today? Oh, that sucks. You can't eat the chocolate chips, though. They are edible by themselves. I've done it.
A resplendent offering.
O'Keefe, thank you very much for the 2 gifted subs. That is extremely kind of you. That is your 7th gifted sub in this channel. I greatly appreciate what you're doing. That's very, very kind. Please don't do more than you can afford to. Let's go with the predictions on the safe. I super appreciate it, O'Keefe. I worry. That's all. I'm a worrier. That is a 2. Now I feel bad. Now I'm worried that you think I don't appreciate what you did. I certainly do. Wait a minute. Focus on the safe. Focus on the safe. Stop being neurotic. Okay, 2. Pretty close back here. Maybe not. It was nowhere near close. 20. Here we go.
Hope nobody needs this anymore.
Wah, wah, wah. Think there'll be anything else in there besides cash?
A resplendent offering.
Winquisition with the 2 gifted subs. Thank you, Win. That is so kind.
I'll take it.
One of those went to fellow NY who was here the other day and was giving out a lot of tips. Cash and freaking accelerant. Wow.
A generous
Thank you for the bits, Avatar and Burb. I appreciate them both, and I appreciate you both.
A generous bestowal.
O'Keefe with another gifted sub. Thank you, O'Keefe. That's extremely kind of you. Appreciate it.
Resplendent offering.
I don't know if the okay, there we go. I thought the notifications were messing up. Okay.
A generous bestowal.
Thank you for the bits, Druid. I appreciate that. It appears that we are in hype train territory. I'm going to try to focus on the game because I always get very uncomfortable during these moments. They're super kind. I super appreciate them. I really, really do. But I worry about people being swept up in the moment and doing things that they can't necessarily afford. Okay, I'm just going to focus on the game. 300 bits from Avatar. Thank you very much, Avatar. I appreciate you very much. I'm looking forward to the shell that you're going to make. I need to send you a list of my packs. Okay. Well, this place bites. Do I want to go to Milton? The 500-day stream. 1 day for each follower. I don't even know if I've been streaming 500 days. I guess I have. Do I want to go to Milton? Maybe. I kind of think I do, because Milton went really well for me last time I went there.
A gleaming endowment.
Oh, Koru with the gifted sub to Friday. That's very kind. Koru with the 21 gifted subs in this channel. Koru. I would complain, but Friday didn't have one. I know I have no leg to stand on complaining to you about gifted subs. I'm 34 in my channel day.
A
Yes.
resplendent offering.
Level 4 hype train, guys. Winquisition with 5 gifted subs. Win. Win, please. Guys. Arotho 65. Blades. I can't even, the thing is
Our
moving too much.
illustrious champion returns.
And Epicron with
Welcome
the
home.
resub. Thank you, Epicron. That's incredibly kind of you. It's great to have you here. That's your 2-month resub. All right, guys. Very good. Thank you. Please stop. Please stop. We got the 500 follower stream coming. You could do it then, because that'll probably be a subathon, because Koro did one, and I have no imagination, so I just do whatever Koro does. I am going to destroy this
Generous
with this 69 bits. Avatar, I think you just like me saying 69. All right, we have to eat
Man, I could eat anything.
I'm going to eat the bad sardines. I'm going to eat them. Because I just found antibiotics. She didn't get sick. What a jerk, Astrid. Why didn't you get sick? Setting you up to get sick and you refuse to do it. Hey, Lady Snow UK. There you go. Glad that you enjoy the sub. Enjoy the very strange emotes that are available. My body is 28. My mind is 14. I wish either of those things are true for me. My body is more than 28 plus 14. About to beat your last record. What does that mean? I don't know what that means. All right, I guess we're going to sleep 6 hours. We won't actually get all of them. Then I'll go through my whole, I don't know what I can do in the dark, but I'm not going to pass time thing. So I redid the Be Right Back screen today. If you guys are intrigued by that information.
I've never been so hungry in my life.
30 in the mind of a 14-year-old. 50,000 word hype. I'm so happy to be over 50,000 words. Very, very happy. By Monday, One More Turn 2 will be longer than the 5th interdictor. I only wish it wasn't a 100,000 word book, but it is. So, long way to go. I'm currently in the portion that is strongly homaging The Long Dark. Most of my books are between 90 and 100,000 Epicron, which is pretty standard for fantasy books. How long would the editing process take? I'm going to guess probably 2 weeks for the editor to finish it and then give it back to me. And then it'll probably take me a week to work on the changes, and then it gets submitted to the proofer. The proofer will take a day or two. Then it goes to the formatter. The formatter will take a day. And then it goes to the operations manager to upload. That's me. So I'll upload my own book. It's kind of cool. But the art process has not started yet. And until the art process starts, there really isn't. You can have a finished book, but you don't have a cover. Longest book you ever wrote was about 30,000 words. You're not great at writing long stories. I find writing short stories to be more challenging than writing long stories. Have I read any of David Moody's stuff? No, I have not. It's a weird thing for me to say, but I actually don't get to read as much as I used to because I have so little time to read. I probably read 4 or 5 books a year at the most. I'm also not a very fast reader. I'm a pretty slow reader. You'd like to write a book someday? Well, that was how I felt until I get into my early 40s, and then I realized someday needed to be pretty soon. And so I just started working on it. I have been writing my whole life, but writing with the intention of publishing was something I didn't start till I was about 40. You're just really lazy. Favorite book is Catcher in the Rye, a classic, an absolute classic. Instig, last book he read was probably a year ago. I know Burb reads like voraciously. And I have a lot of respect for that. Now, it looks like the stream is not looking too good. Is that just on my end? Maybe it's clearing up. Seems like it is. Hype train complete at level 4. 12 gifted subs, 500 bits. You guys are bananas. Thank you so much. I absolutely feel the love. You guys are very, very kind. You go in spurts. All right, I think I'm going to go outside. Right here. You let your imagination suck up the words as you're reading, and then summarize them at the end of every chapter. I get it. Get your bookshelves on Friday. Nice, nice. And there's Friday. All right. It is quite pretty out. Now, I'm going to go look for the saplings that are sometimes over here. Yeah, that happens to me a lot too, Koru. It's more like reading becomes like a vacation thing, but I can't remember the last time I took a vacation. Like a for real vacation. Avatar, nothing wrong with reading fanfic. Fanfic is great. Good to read, good to write, no judgment. Alright, the saplings that are sometimes here are not here. But I don't feel that upset about it. Much to the chagrin of Northern Lights, I'm not that upset. 18 months before that, 3 years before that, yep. Oh, Astrid, it's not that cold. I'd love to get back up to Acadia. That would be a cool vacation.
Let's go, Done.
Back to Scotland. Yeah, that's exciting. Yeah, you don't have that much water, Astrid. You have a bunch of water that didn't get fully taken care of. That was my bad. But you don't have that much food either. This is where I think Milton might be the right way to go. I also think that cave, the cave between Mystery Lake and Milton, the last couple times I've played, I have found matches there every time. I was going to craft tea. Oh, I'm using the workbench. Don't use the workbench. It's weird that they like won't let you craft tea on the workbench. Like, why not? I could sleep an hour. Will you let me sleep an hour? Yep. I have not read 100 Years of Solitude, no. What would I do for a Klondike bar? I mean, if I'm gonna go to Milton, and I kind of think I am. I do need to, oh, you know what? I'm not sure I want to go to Milton yet. Thank you. Thank you, Friday. I want to get some saplings carrying, so I guess I don't want to go to Milton. I think I'll go to the pond. I don't remember the name of it, but whatever the hell that pond is, I'm going to go to that. But not yet. It's too cold. Too cold. Astrid will just complain. That's all right, Astrid. I'll complain with you. Let's play cards. Last of the Breed by Louis L'Amour. Didn't you and Tuna talk about that book one time? I want to say that happened. My dad read some Louis L'Amour, I believe. My dad was big into Clive Cussler. Right. Give me a mag lens, fire. That's not happening. That is definitely not happening. Triple down, too. Oh, you guys are making me change my mind again. I'm at least going to check the cave, go grab the cattails on the other side. I do this often. Etched wooden game board for TLD Monopoly. That's awesome. What a cool idea. Winquisition, how many spaces would you need? And what would you replace the railroads with, the community chest with, free parking? Like, what are your ideas? Because I don't think there's enough maps for every map to be a property name. I think you'd need more than exists. I was quite angry at those funnies. It's all up in the air. Now you could do, well, you wouldn't want to do this with wood carving though. Each property group could be from a map. Yes, there you go. So like the greens are, you know, Pleasant Valley, and then it'll be like farmhouse. You know, like there you go. There you go. Do I like Keats? I'm not. I'm afraid I'm not well read enough, O'Keefe. Because I mean, Keats is a poet, but I did not go to college, and that deprived me of a lot of that reading. I also did not do that well in high school, so I was not in any advanced placement English classes. So I think most of the stuff you bring up, I'm not going to have read. Doesn't mean you have to go to college to have read Keats. Hey, Miss Pac-Man. Nothing rhymes with Milton, that's true. Milton, Bo Bilton. Banana, Fana, Fo Filton. Mo Milton. Hey, Packerbacker. I'm going to try to go through the cave without using a match. Right now I can see fine. You guys can't see. I'm sorry. Stilton. Oh, Stilton the cheese. That's true. Astrid, have a tea, okay? There you go. More water in that than I thought. You don't think you rhymed Milton when you were doing the songs? Life is a crumbling highway, and I want to ride it all night long. Hilton, true. Chance cards. Oh yeah, I like that. I like that. Wilton, Gilton, Anchor. That's strong. Gilton. I've been worried in Gilton, hanging in Milton, and all my exes are in Texas. Gilton is very strong. Well done. Well done, Anchor. I love the cave music. That's a lot for me to read right in the middle of the stream there, O'Keefe. So I think I probably will wait and check that out in a minute. Poetry is always very impressive to me because it has a lot of complex rules that I don't really understand. I'm self-taught. I don't think I've ever written a poem. I will read it. I just want to get all these cattails. I saw the first line of that one. Now I'm going to read that one too. Actually, O'Keefe, there is a long dark streamer named Babaginator who is a poet. You should definitely look him up. Very entertaining streamer, very fun, and he's an actual poet. Yep. You've mentioned this once or twice, Astrid. And you are actually cold, yeah. I see it. One of your best friends is a poet laureate. What does that mean, a poet laureate? What does that mean? Alright, I think that's everything. Alright, let me check this out. Okay, I got 2 to read. No man is an island, entire of itself. Every man is a place of the continent, a part of the main. If a clod be washed away by the sea, Europe is the less. As well as if a promontory were. As well as if a manner of thy friends or of thine own were. Any man's death diminishes me, because I am involved in mankind, and therefore never send to know for whom the bell tolls, it tolls for these. I mean, I've heard some of those lines before. Definitely beautiful. Epicron. There once was an Astra in Blackrock, her wardrobe decidedly ad hoc. It used to be better, till mittens and sweater were eaten along with her last sock. Oh, that's cool. Wow, Epicron. That's really strong. Both of you guys went in different directions with the assignment, but you both turned in incredible poems. You both get A pluses. Okay, wait. Why am I picking up sticks when I'm already overweight? I'm too overweight to go down the rope. I mean, I could goat down. Can you goat down this? Have I ever goated this? I don't know. Have a good dinner? How's the run going? Okay. It's going okay. I'm not dead, so there's that. I just finally found a hacksaw, so I'm happy about that. So now we can think about foraging. I feel like there's something missing, though. I don't have much curing. I guess that's part of it. I don't have a lot of matches. That's a good one. That's a good one, O'Keefe. There was a discussion on Reddit today about the other guy of the Apollo 11. Is it Apollo 11? Whichever mission was the first one to go to the moon. I want to say that's Apollo 11. Like everybody knows Neil Armstrong and the other guy. I guess I don't know the other guy either. I should have worked this out of my head before I got through all of it. Buzz Aldrin? Is that Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin were the two guys on the moon? Wow. Possibly Buzz Lightyear? Okay, it was Buzz Aldrin. All right. So the question was who was in the capsule? Who didn't get to go? Because one guy had to stay in the craft, the orbiter. And unlike the other two, he has a very kind of generic name. Okay, this time I would like to look for coal, which means this time I may make a fire. Yeah, okay. Oh, no torches. Don't blow it, Astrid. Do we just use an accelerant? We've got 3. I think I am going to, just so I don't waste it. Waffle Iron with anger issues? He flipped. He just flipped. Okay, first... No. You're going to go here and do this. You are going to do this. And then you're going to go over here, Astrid, and drop some of these extra cans. And do not judge me on my sewing kits. I need those sewing kits. Congrats on 500 followers done. That's awesome. Thank you, Packer. You are one of them, and I appreciate you. Packer is also an important part of our Darkest Dungeon team. Alright, there we go. Don't have enough water. Fine. Now we do. Now I want to make more water, but maybe not that much. Like, just that amount. That's good. Cook me more birch bark, please. And give me this. There we go. Cook this. Don't go out, fire. I got plans for you.
I could eat a horse.
I know, Astrid. Okay, I actually might want to throw a couple sticks in here. Just so I can get more torches. There we go. Good. This way I can be a little pickier about my torches. Koru, how is everyone feeling now? I know you had some illnesses running through the house. Everybody doing better? Nobody throwing up? Another good one. Okay. Zach would love these jokes. These are definitely Zach's kind of jokes. Well, that one's even worse than this one. Everyone appears to be well for today. Okay? Taking it one day at a time. You still have a little cough, as does Ewan. I hope that gets better. Is Ewan well behaved when he's sick? A coal. 2 coal. He's okay. Annie gets really short-tempered and clingy. She's the tough one. It's also harder in Annie's case because she can't talk and you can't really talk to her. So it's harder to kind of communicate it out. You can explain to Ewan more, you know, that he's going to feel better soon and just, you know, sit back and rest. And, like, you can't do that with the little guy. Or the little girl. Case. Because he wanted to see time fly. Oh, okay. Lots of coal. Great. Excellent. Thank you. Tiny pipes. Tiny pipes that sometimes can produce a lot of volume. Faye676, I did not thank you for your follow. I am very sorry. I either didn't see the notification or it didn't fire. But my apologies. Thank you very much for following me. I really appreciate that. I hope you are enjoying yourself. I am. All right. New plan. New plan. Not going back to Camp HQ. We're going back to Camp HQ. For some reason, my brain has turned Trapperson to Camp HQ, and I don't appreciate it. We are going back to Camp HQ. It's a fine line between a numerator and a denominator. Puns. Math puns. Well, I don't know why my brain is stuck on it. It's very strange. You know, the old brain don't work like she used to. I can tell you that for sure. So yeah, I did a lot of work today on the BRB screen and a lot of work on the intro. Not the intro, but more the pre-show. Just fixed a few things there. There was just a couple things that were wrong. The writing wrongs thing, I completely redid that one. It said that writing wrongs started at 9 p.m., which is not correct. Not what she used to be, that is for sure. Yeah, it was a lot of that sort of stuff, just kind of administrative things. And I feel like everybody has seen those clips in the BRB reel too many times at this point. So I felt like I needed to refresh it some. Avatar and Koru will not be able to recite every clip. But I'm interested to know, those of you who have seen the Be Right Back screens a lot, what clips would you be mad if they had been taken out? Because I did take some out. But I think there's some that are kind of classics, and there might be some complaining if I removed them. Yeah, Druid and Anchor with the exact same thoughts. You honestly don't mind, you like all of them. Yeah, but if I took some out, would you be upset? You enter 10 puns in a contest to see which one was it. No pun intended. That's good too. Zach would love these, O'Keefe. You're trying to say you wouldn't be upset. So basically you don't like any of the clips. So you don't care if any of them leave is what you're saying. Okay, I got it. Understood. Folks like the raft disappearing. I would never take that one away because I think that summarizes the channel. I was trying to get that that facepalm. You love the raft one. The raft one has always been there and will always be there. I don't think I'll ever take the raft one away. I like it too much. I feel, for me, I feel like the iconic ones is the raft one, the four knuckleheads, and Fred. I feel like I can't take those away. Oh, the Greg gets two Bruce groins. I like that one. That is still there. The four knuckleheads one is very long. That's a very long clip. No. I was so angry. That was not comedic anger. That was legitimate anger. Because they don't give you the not go option. If everybody wants to go, you have to go. And that makes me mad. Like, what if I don't want to go? Well, I can assure you that those two are there. Those two are there. Fred is there. And the raft is there. Another good one, O'Keefe. Rotating clips from your channel on option. It is. Koru has let me know there's like a extension or something that you can install that will just randomly pick clips from your channel. But I'm kind of a control freak on stuff like that. There's a lot of clips that I don't necessarily feel are good for people to watch. Thank you for the hydrate. So, even though I like a pile of crap on the floor in the Long Dark, as far as the channel goes, I'm actually very, very kind of meticulous or precise or kind of a control freak about how I want it. Twitch Guru does it otherwise. You can load your best of compilations into that VLC thing and let it randomize play. I see. But I don't want to randomize it. I want to exactly, precisely pick which ones are going to be there. Your favorite one is Hey Crows. What if you shut the hell up? The crows are very annoying. That's true. I have absolute power. All right, Bakaro, I wouldn't want it to be random. I would want to be able to control it. I can't help it. I am deliberately not understanding. I couldn't keep a straight face that time. I'm so disappointed in myself. I'm literally trying to drive Koru crazy and get her, like, super angry. Stop. Nice. All right, how you guys doing? 18%. It's weird to see the percentage. 30%. I'm sorry, Koru. Did I never? Oh, I did. Wait, there's a hook there.
Well, this stuff will
Wow.
come in handy.
Not really. I think I have 3 other hooks. All right. Now what the hell do I do? Get that sapling curing. And start looking for other things to cure and worry about your bedroll because it's only at 39%. Astrid, I think we should have a bedroll repairing party. Another good one, Oki. I'm mostly forgiven. Okay. Well, I'm completely sorry, even if I'm mostly forgiven. All right, let's see. Good to have hooks if you suddenly run out of sewing kits. That's not likely. I think I'd run out of life before I ran out of sewing kits. I'm surprised it's this low. All right, we're going to repair our bedroll. That's what we're doing. But what is the plan, Dunn? I don't have one. I really don't have one. I feel like I need to be... I feel like I need to be working on getting ready to forge. So I think I should have some things curing. But what do I have? 1 deer hide, 1 gut, 1 birch. I'm not going to make anything with that. But you know what? I know where a bunch of saplings are. There are 3, I believe, maple saplings on that birch island in Winding River. So I think we should go get them. That's like an actual plan. I think we should go get them. Now, match-wise, I'm a little concerned. Our matches are 14. That's not a lot. We really could use more. The flip side could be to go to Koru. You completely derailed me. Oh my gosh. The flip side could be, because we've looted the dam, right? We've looted the dam. We know there are no matches in the dam. I don't know. Milton for matches. I think Milton is the better move. But we're not going anywhere right now. I would need to lighten up to go to Milton. It's possible that I'm carrying a few things I don't need. Possible. Maybe. Like that. Other than that, everything else looks completely necessary. Don't distract him, he's fleeting. Husband made a joke and as he left and I snickered and he was like, "Oh, I'm glad you like my joke." And I was like, "No, I was laughing at Burb." Ouch. I feel bad for Mr. Koru right now. All right. I'm really not doing well here. He has gone to watch football and left you with the kids, so don't feel bad. Kids and no cookies, a travesty. That's true. The audacity. So cold in D.C. you saw a politician with his hands in his own pockets. Okay, the plan. Well, if I was going to go to Milton, I would need to go back to freaking Trappers, which I just left. So I don't want to do that. Have I been to Ravine? I don't think I've been to Ravine. So I think I'm going to change the plan. I think the plan might be to go to Ravine. But why? Do we have an actual base? I think this is it. I think this is the base. I think the old Camp HQ is the base. What do you guys think? What do the 4 of you think? What is in Ravine? I'll tell you, Miss Corwin Thistle. Miss Corwin Thing. What is in the ravine is a deer that I can get the hide from, and guts and meat. I didn't go to ravine on my way from PV to ML because I went through Winding River. Ravine Cave is about to be the base, and Sig has been here before. Did you hear about the cheese factory that exploded? Press or something left but debris. Oh my god, guys, my brain is breaking down. Ah, well, I take my base with me. Home is where the heart is. I really wanted to get on this railing. Work. I feel like I'm not taking this with its appropriate level of seriousness. I'm in a very silly mood tonight, which is not good for Astrid's lifespan. Okay. Here we go. This is the this is the plan. The plan is we're going to go outside and we're going to see what the weather is. Based on that, we are going to walk sideways, see that wolves are on the ice. That might mean they're not on the tracks. We'll take out our blue flare. We have our torch out, I guess, instead. But actually, it's too windy for that. Now, we have been to... we've been to the fire tower, but we have not been... Not Nov, you're correct, not Nov. It's pretty strongly... I didn't want to walk into the wind, so I'm going this way. We have not been to triple trailers. You made a similar joke and no one noticed. What was your joke, Avatar? As plans go, this one is a banger. Home is where the heart is, and it has Astrid's heart is in a black hole. All right, this is the plan. Go where life takes me is the plan. Isn't that the same joke O'Keefe just did? Similar. But hey, it's in my genes. That one's good too. I always misspell field like that. I have such a hard time with I-E. I know, I before E, except after C. Oh, Avatar made it earlier. Oh, okay. I take it back then. I have checked this. I thought your joke was the black hole joke. I have checked this. I've done all of these things. Oh, here's our Borky boys. Wow, 3 of them? I don't know that I'm into this. Why are there freaking 3 of them here? I don't want to go this far. I'm going to get him. Alright, we're still on the plan. We're just modifying the plan. The plan now includes going this way. Astrid is bored by the plan. Welcome back, Epicron. Astrid, I kind of see a sprain in your future. I think you're going to need to roll with that. Yep. It almost seems like she's faster after she gets a sprain. Right. Ooh. Take that, losers. So what's the plan we're ignoring? Which plan did I settle on? Go to Ravine? I think my plan is going to Ravine. Yeah, I think Ravine. I don't even know. I think the plan was Ravine. Northern Lights is not wrong. All right, there's so many jokes going on in the chat, I can't really keep up with them. So I will let you guys continue to joke. But I can't read them all. Otherwise, I'm going to lose my run. Now, I don't think I've been over here. Definitely get the feathers. Now, I never remember, is it Scruffy, Scrappy, Skippy, Snippy, whoever this is over here? I don't want this guy killing me. Apparently is why I put the flare away. Stacy. Scooter. Have I decided on any games for my 10-hour stream yet? Yes. Yes, I have. I'll be with you in a moment. The Sims 4 is one of them. I will be doing The Sims 4. I have a Darkest Dungeon plan. I need to see if I can execute it. Darkest Dungeon 2 could also come in. The Long Dark absolutely will be part of it. The Sims will be in there. But I'm going to take many pages out of Koru's books, because I have no original ideas of my own. I just copy other people. And so the very first thing I'm going to do is stream one of my favorite games that I never stream. Thank you, O'Keefe. We'll be doing more Sims 4 Sunday night. Not Boyfriend Dungeon. Nope. Not Stellaris. Stellaris is a beautiful, wonderful, amazing game, but it does not stream well. I don't know that I really want to flare you. I might just want to try to... Not Goof Troop either. Not Civ 6.
Anything right about now.
I'm a little worried this plan of mine is going to backfire here. But I'm getting very greedy about not wanting to use this flare. And he might come at me in a direction I'm not ready for. If I get to the truck, I can break his aggro. Surprisingly long sprint there, Astrid. Astrid-Arino. We could just do this. I wonder what he does. I've never tested this. Are you coming for me, dude?
And the crowd goes wild.
Skippy? Nah, he already gave up. What a loser. Hey, knucklehead. Hey, stupid wolf. Hey, I want to test something. Come here. Here. Hey, don't you go turn your back on me. Come here. Well, we're waiting. Will you still aggro me while I'm in here? No, just going in here unaggroes him. Come here. Come here. Come here. No, he won't come any closer. See, he's trying to walk and he can't. I'm too close to the dam. This is like a no wolf zone. This is interesting to me. What if I come over to here? You come at me now? Bro? Come at me, bro. Hey, wolves suck. I wonder... This is bold. This is stupid and bold. Let me get a frickin'... Give me a rock. Oh! Nope. Oh. Oh, Lord, he coming. Come on, dude. Click, 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 click. Oh. Oh. Yeah, he just played. The hell with this guy. Why are you O-dunning me? I'm proud of myself. I think that was good. I think that was important information, and it's good that we got it. Oh, you had your chance. You had your chance, dude. That was fun. All right, let's see. We need to eat, and we don't have a lot of food. We've got the cattails. So the game that I will be playing first to kick off my stream is probably a bad idea because Koru played Day of the Tentacle, which is a story game. So it's easy for folks to, follow along with the story, even if they're not interested in the game itself. I will be playing a strategy game called Heroes of Might and Magic 3, which is one of my 2 or 3 favorite games of all time. And I'll probably play that for an hour just so I can play my favorite game on stream. And that's one of the games that I'll be playing. And that's the truth. All right. It's almost ravine time. Now, in order to go to ravine, I would like to be lighter. So I'm going to leave some things behind that I won't need in ravine. I will be using the trademark pile of crap system. People who mock the pile of crap system simply do not understand the pile of crap system. It's brilliant in its elegance. And it's nothing if not elegant. It's absolute elegance. Ultimately, we just want you to have fun. Dunn just wants to have fun. I won't need these flares where I'm going. But I'm not light enough yet. That's closer. Now we're light enough for the moment. All right, O'Keefe, have a good evening, or have a good lurk. Excuse me. Great to have you here. Thanks for the jokes. Thank you very much for the gifted subs. It was incredibly kind. Do I have a rope? Asks Northern Lights. Well, that's a really good question. The answer is no. But I think I'll find one. I think there's going to be a rope there. I'm glad you relaxed, O'Keefe. That's great. That's awesome. Can I sleep again? There appears to be a pile of crap here. Here's a bed. Right here. Could take the overlook one. Oh, I never thought about taking a rope. Like, that legitimately never has occurred to me to take a rope that's there. I've never thought of that. Is it light enough to repair clothes? Nope. Alright, we're leaving. It's going to be super cold, but I don't care. Astrid, if you don't care that it's cold, you won't be cold. Alright, we're not leaving because I can't find my way out. So down here. No. Put it over here. Yes. Leave trailer. I don't care, let's go. Usually grab the broken lookout one, otherwise, since you only ever go there once. Oh, yeah, I haven't been there yet, though. I didn't think of that. Ah, well, I'm committed now. Can't turn around. I do this crap my own way. And I was just thinking to myself, literally right now, I was just thinking, and you wonder why the rest of them have personal bests that are so much longer than yours. It's because you're just so done. You just do this thing your own way. You insist that the game is just going to meld itself around you instead of changing your gameplay style for what the game needs. You're just going to keep doing it your way and expect the game to change. And, you know, there are things I could have done, like regrets. I have a few. But then again, too few to mention. I did think about doing baking during my 500 follower stream. I am not going to have music during my 500 follower stream, despite the amount of song references I do. We all know I can't carry a tune, so that is not going to be an option. I am going to do a book reading, though. That's my version of that. I will do a reading from something that I wrote. No done music stream hype. Don't even try it. If I could play an instrument, then I could at least kind of back it up with something, but I can't. Oh, apparently it's really cold in the long dark or something, so.
We're getting cold.
Yeah. Guess so, Astrid. Astrid, do you think we brought our bedroll? If we didn't, I'm gonna blame you for that. Spoken word over lo-fi and thistle? That'd be pretty funny.
So cold. Think.
I should say I'm doing a lip sync, yeah, and then lip sync to Koro. That would be pretty funny too. You are not a big beast of a boy. You're just a big ball of disappointment. Please be warm, please be warm, please be warm, please be warm, please be warm. You're not warm. I wanted you to be warm. Yet again, you disappoint me. Mean. You fail to live up to my unreasonable expectations. Nope. Fine, 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 fine.
Our community grows.
Audex Falcon, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome in. Oh, am I really going to start a fire? Am I really going to use a match? There's yes. Welcome in. Nice to see you. Thank you for joining us. Thank you very much for the follow. Audex Falcon is an extremely cool username.
Come on, little fire.
Are you a falconer? That would be very cool. Any chance this is going to be high condition? We'll put more on here. There. Warm up, please. No, I wish. That would be awesome. Who wouldn't want to be a falconer?
What have we here?
Of course it's 29%. Of course. When you guys get a sec, done. Scroll up for my lo-fi ideas. Okay. I'm scrolling up. Okay. Let's see. Done music stream hype. Spoken word over lo-fi. Yep, I'm moving slowly today. Done. You could say you're doing a music stream, then lip sync car singing. I need to record some done lines for lo-fi. I am outraged. Big beast of a boy. Done song fun. Welcome back, O'Keefe. That's my ego would enjoy that, I'm sure, Koro. I don't know, other than I am outraged, I don't know what other done sayings there are that you could put in there, but you guys would probably know better than me. Big beast of a boy is yours. Thank you for the hydrate. I stole big boy beast of a boy from you, Koro, shamelessly.
Made it through another night.
That's why I say it in my perfect Kiwi accent. I say it more than you now. I think it's becoming kind of a community thing. Like, I'm pretty sure other people are also saying it. I don't think it's just me. Toilet water, it's what's for drink, yeah. Anything to immortalize Greg, I'm fine with. Okay, you have nothing. Are there any saplings over here? Saplings, 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 saplings. My disappointment is immeasurable and my day is ruined. That was one of the reasons I came here. Deploy the T's, yeah, I suppose.
Rank up. Hold the line.
Oh.
This hamster shall not fall.
Dragon named Fox, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome in, Raiders. Why are all these crow feathers just clumped here like this? Hey, Flightless Rain, how are you? Dragon named Fox is here. Dragon, I was watching you today. Roller 300, welcome in. I knew there was something wrong with my chat. I never popped it out. I'm like, why am I not keeping up with the chat so very well tonight? Normally I pop out the chat so that I have a bigger view of it. And I forgot to do that tonight. That is why. Welcome in, folks. Yeah, I was watching you play Don't Starve. Looked interesting. Great to see you, Dragon. How are you? Thank you for bringing your lovely chat here. Bedell Ringer, hello. Did I eat that raw? Oh god, I hope not. I guess not. How much water do we have? Yeah, let's make water. Hey, give me this. No, I always do that. Gosh. Yeah, do that. And then give me, like, 1 T. And then deploy the other T. Just the other Reshi. Just deploy the Reshi. You over here. It's a fun, but a little thing tiring because everyone but you is new to the game. Isn't it kind of similar to Long Dark? I've never actually eaten raw meat. I hardly eat meat. But interesting. Oh my god. Oh. Did I miss this? This is firewood. Just put it right in there. Can't. Alright, we'll put it nearby so I know it's there. Like right there, that's good. It's like a silent blizzard. Okay, not as silent as I thought. Survival game, normally permadeath, but you turned it into endless to allow respawn. You constantly lose hunger, but there are seasons. Ooh, seasons. Wait a minute. Why are you out? Shouldn't you have despawned or something? I am disoriented. This did not work. This plan did not work. Very well. There's seasons in TLD too, winter and indoors. Ah, no. Another feather? I thought that would protect me. It did not. So we're back. We're just hanging out with our water. I don't know. Let's grab some Zeds. Time on this fire. Hour and 11. That's what you think. Let's go. Did I enjoy Super Mario 64 and Zelda Ocarina of Time? Actually, I didn't really play those games because my kids were playing those games. I was in my, I want to say, mid to late 20s during the Super Nintendo 64 era, the GameCube era, like that whole period. I really wasn't gaming very much. I was working. I was driving 2 hours to Boston and 2 hours back. So I was able to get more back into gaming, console gaming, more around the Xbox 360 era. So I missed out on a lot of that stuff. Two hours to Boston, 2 hours back. It sucked. It sucked a lot. A very depressing commute. It really sucked to just think that you spent 20 hours a week in a car. And there are people who do that today, and my hat's off to them. I'm glad I'm not in that situation now. Landscaping is very physical work. You have my respect. All right, we're trying to wait this thing out because I don't really know what else to do. Guess might as well make the water. Give it one more. Yeah. No, it's like really depressing to be like, okay, it's 4 o'clock, it's time to go home, and you look out the window at the highway, and it's just wall-to-wall brake lights. And you're like, okay, so instead of an hour and a half to get home, it's going to be 3 hours to get home. I don't even want to leave. Like, it's super demoralizing. I was very lucky I was able to find a work-from-home job and stop doing that. This blizzard will not stop. Can't stop, won't stop. I am not tired enough. Fine. Thank you. There we go. That's a good one. Let's go. Wait. What are you doing? Did you get your pot? Nope. Man. Pick up your damn pot, dude. Yeah, exactly. I would just stay. Yeah. I wanted to go to the train car. Yeah, I've never really felt like I missed out not going to college. There are certainly some life experiences I didn't have. My college years, were spent in the Navy on the ship, so it was kind of a different experience. But I don't. There's certainly exposure to educational things that I obviously did not get in the Navy, but I think it was kind of the same type of time period for me. Yeah, this was my 2 hours each way was kind of pre-podcast. That wasn't really a thing at that time. Well, you know what I'm going to use this for?
Best prepared for anything.
I thought maybe I'd find a rope there. I don't know why. Yeah. You meant more now, but yeah. Yes. Yeah, I mean, back then I just listened to sports radio. Your dad and granddad, dad's brother, both in Vietnam. Yeah, my grandfather was in the Navy as well. It was kind of a family thing. I was in the Desert Shield, Desert Storm time period of Navy. I've been out of the Navy a very long time. But I'm very proud of that 10-year period of my life. I do mention it often. I don't know that I need to keep this torch going. Unless it's keeping me warm. Is it? I wonder if I can tell. Air temperature -6. Find out. Yep, it was. Damn it! How dare you? Well, I thought I would go to Ravine to go down. Which I guess that maybe I could still do, but I can't get back up. I was going to get the saplings that are sometimes over here. But they are not over here. So I can't get them. I guess I'll go across the log and check the other cave. Need to put away some leftovers, check on your mom. Okay. Semi-lurk. Understood. Thank you, Druid. So, I mean, our plan was go to Ravine. Did we have a reason to go to Ravine? Like, not necessarily. I don't actually know what the Tiger Force Division is, but it sounds impressive. It's happening. People are going like, we are not going to Bleak Inlet. Nope. It'll be a cold day in Bleak Inlet before I go to Bleak Inlet. No, thank you. I guess I could look to see if the rope is just there. Maybe it's just there. We got buns. We could kill bunnies, I guess. It's always a good time. Add to my birch bark collection. Nope. You gotta earn that rope. I'm not gonna give you that one. Long range reconnaissance patrol. Wow, very impressive. Very, very impressive. What, that whole balloon thing? Really? Wow. Another deer. Not a whole lot on that one either. Hey, Tuna. Nice to see you. Welcome in. How are you doing? Grab these mushrooms. How is the run going? Is it the same run? Well, it's the same run from 2 days ago. Yeah, it's the same run. It's going okay. I don't know that it's going great. I think it's going okay. What's the plan? I don't know. Right now, getting mushrooms. I'm looking for a rope. If the rope isn't here, then I'm probably going to head back to Mystery Lake. But the rope was here. So how about that? It almost looks like I had some sort of like plan. Can you pick that up, please? Thank you. I'm gonna lose my torch, and with it, my warmth. We'll see. So long, torch. I let that die, which means the match that it represents also died. Which is not good Loper gameplay. Welcome back, Horror. We'll head on over here. We'll deploy the rope. I never get a sense of how long it takes to deploy the rope. Like, I can tell it takes some amount of time to put it down. I wonder if I should grab, as long as I'm warm. Can you, Astrid? I think I might as well grab these. It's a secret from Dunn. Oh, go. You guys are passing notes in class now? Should I grab the hide? Getting kind of bold. Get that back in the... Astrid. Astrid. There you go. Get that back in the cave. You know, our base, the cave, as NSYNC predicted. There we go. Oh, absolutely, Tuna. Please go watch Mandalorian. Enjoy. This is the way. I only watched the first season. Health looks great. You're doing something right. Probably accidentally. Yep, you know that's true. I do like this cave, and I do like putting things in this cave. In general, I like Ravine because I feel so safe here. Nothing can get me here. I have died here, though. It's sad. I try to debate whether I'm going to go down the rope now or sleep and then go down the rope in the morning. I don't have enough lack of stamina. I don't have enough lack of stamina. I have too much stamina. So I can't really sleep, so I might as well go down it. But I'm going to drop this stuff off so that we are rope acceptable. We did find a rope. I went somewhere specifically with the intention of seeing if the rope was there, and it was. It almost looked like I knew what I was doing. I really need a mag lens fire. Some would call it skill. Some would call it luck. I think it's definitely luck. Okay, wait. Drop the hide back here, where I will never forget about it. There's no need to make a note. We know it's here. We're not going to forget. Nope. And we need to drop... Okay, well, this was to make mega torches. Don't need that. The rope itself is 5 of the 6... The rope itself is almost all the pounds I need to drop. Let's leave this meat here. It's definitely luck, yes. Skill, knowing the potential. I had no idea if a rope would be there. It was just like, you know, I'm here. I might as well check. You literally have a note from another run of yours. Tell Dunn there's a hide in the ravine cave because he refuses to make a note. Where and how are you keeping notes on my run? Where do you keep them? You're keeping notes for me? That is a true friend. I've got to save Dunn from himself. You wrote it on a notebook on your desk. That's really funny. What was the note I had once about this cave? The guy, two guys. There were 2 guys in the ravine cave. So, are we going to find a flare gun down in the ravine? That is the question. Put your prediction in the chat. Epicron says no. Some people are probably going to say no, since the DLC it doesn't spawn. But someone was saying it does spawn recently. I wanted to see if that bunny would run from me. Maybe it doesn't spawn down there anymore. I thought someone said that it did, though. And I believe most things that I am told. I do need shells, yes. That is also accurate. It would be funny, though. Actually, what would be funnier, NSIG, is if there's a second flare gun with no shells down there. I would actually respect that. That would make me happy. Now I have 2 flare guns with no shells. He went down the rope and he never came back. Welcome back, Flightless. Nice to see you. How's your simming going? Have you gone back to your Camp HQ build? I'll be playing The Sims on Sunday. The empty box is a good touch too. Do I need to delay to let the prediction finish? I'll look over here. You voted yes. I'm very worried that it like can't spawn anymore. That like that's a thing, and I just don't know it. All right. Nope. There's still some time left, so I will look around. Getting kind of cold. There's usually a coal on this walk. Camp office is done. You need to finish the farmhouse. The Pleasant Valley farmhouse? Wow, that's a complicated building. Go energy drink. It's invisible. Not on this side. Oh, it's not looking good. It is not looking good. I'm gonna say no, it was not here. Very sad. Wait! Epicron says wait! Missed stim? Wait, did I miss a stim? Oh my goodness. My goodness. Epicron with the eagle eyes. Holy cow. Look at that. Give that man a cigar. Thank you, sir. Amazing. Good focus. Good focus. Oh, that's guaranteed there? Good to know. Have we started to suss out what's guaranteed post DLC? Epicron saw the EpiPen. Not on lower difficulties, though. That's interesting. Very unusual. Did they increase the number of loot tables? All right, my friend. Ooh, he is a big beast of a boy.
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
I think you can. I believe in you. There used to be stuff in this cave. Now, once again, I put myself in a situation where I don't have a torch. I can't afford to blow this fire.
Perfect.
Cook the meat. Give me a tea, please. Sure, I can make one. No, I wanted to drink that. Welcome back, Dragon. You've changed, Cave. You used to be cool. Yeah, exactly. What happened to you? I'll get them later. I'll be right back. Haven't had any coffee today. I am, normally I have probably 3 cups of coffee a day. I only had 2 today. So I'm feeling it at the moment. The sheet is complete again. That's good. Coffee and 2 Cokes. Probably about to start twitching. How's Lope been going for me this time? Okay. I don't feel like I got the ground solidly under my feet at the moment. I'm starting to acquire some of the things that I'm looking for. I don't have enough matches. That's making me nervous. I'm going to have to make a decision here pretty soon to either run to Milton or run to Coastal, because I pretty much... There's a little bit of Mystery Lake I haven't checked still. I haven't checked the triple trailers. I haven't checked the broken fire tower, but and the cabin by whatever the hell that pond is. But other than that, you know, I've been to Trappers, I've been to the dam, I've been to the lake cabins and stuff. What am I missing for a forge run? I got everything I need. I just don't have much curing. I've got a hammer, I've got a hacksaw, but I have very little curing. I don't have any birch, maple. Do have the hammer. I usually don't forge until I have at least a maple curing. And will I hammer in the morning, hammer the night, trooper? That would be the plan. That's when you do go to hammer, you do hammer in the morning and the evening. Astrid. Now, what do we got on this fire? An hour and something. But I did this fire here for a reason. Requires hatchet to break down. What? I'm outraged. I'm outraged. We got to code whatever the hell it is, because I thought my hacksaw would break that down, and it does not. Damn it. That was part of the plan. Well then. Coal it is then. Let's grab 4. Code Puce. Ponder my orb? I could ponder my orb. I could do that. I'm about to take my short break anyway, but before I take my short break, I will ponder my orb, and let's talk about it. So, I gotta get these buttons straight. Get my water is in the way. That is the orb music. This is the orb screen. There we go. Nope, that's not the orb screen. What's wrong with you? My stupid button thing is messed up. Okay. Orb, I don't like it when you do this. I don't like it when you change colors like this. All right, there we go. That's better. Restart the orb music. Okay, so what is our major malfunction right now? It's matches. We need more matches. I think we're down to 12. So I think the better play is going... Coastal is a hell of a lot closer. I feel more confident about finding matches at Milton. Coastal is a lot more dangerous than Milton as well, I think. I cannot believe I'm starting to prefer Milton over Coastal. That's quite an opinion shift. Damn it, I have to come up with a decision in 28 seconds. I guess I will go to Coastal. Yeah. We're too close to not go. That's where we am. Milton is safer. That gas station, man. That gas station is a damn death trap in Milton. Or excuse me, in Coastal. All right, so since we're already on the ponder screen, Bleak is even closer. I mean, you're not wrong, not numb. You're not wrong. All right, so I'm going to do my break. I have updated the BRB screen, so I should be back in about 10 or so. And we will do more Long Dark, so I'll see you in a bit. But she went back in. Let's see if I raise the sail. The wind's blowing in the wrong direction. I guess I could try to turn it around. Hey, get back here. Oh my god, come back. Oh no! Will? There she goes. Yup. Well, that's excellent. Oh my god, that's awesome.
I'm hearing something moving around outside. Holy crap. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Did you see that? Holy shit.
No, no, no one fight me, no one fight me. Come on, leave me alone, leave me alone, leave me alone, leave me alone. I wasn't doing anything. I was fine. She was already dead when I got here. Just loot her quick. Got nothing. Okay, leave me alone. Go away. Go away, go away, go away, go away. Fred, hope it works out. Let me know. Send a postcard, okay? Fred? Fred, you okay, buddy? Fred? Ah, shit. We might have lost Fred.
Guys, we're in good shape. Could we go a third time? What do we get? Kitchen knives? Yeah, we'll advance. This is probably... Oh my god, what the hell is this thing? I do not want to see the baby. Do not take me to see the baby.
Ah, I'm starving.
Do you ever stop complaining, Astrid? Seriously. You're starving. It's the end of the freaking world, okay? I've mentioned already Pokemon are strange, marvelous creatures. What's so strange about them, you ask? I didn't. Well, each and every Pokemon is able to shrink itself down to minuscule size. So they're saying that's an ability of the Pokemon to do, rather than the ball shrinks them down. I've never heard this before. I thought the ball shrunk them. Yeah. Wait a minute, what? I do not think this guy is right. I'm pretty confident the ball shrinks them, not the Pokemon. That's not a native ability of all Pokemon. I don't think so. And that's where Pokeballs come in. A recent invention, you see. Throw one of them at a Pokemon and the Pokemon will shrink down using its own natural ability that never had a purpose until the Pokeball existed and fit inside the ball.
Fine for a while, but... Alright, hello. Hello? Get out of there, dude. I hit him.
Armory then. Oh, and Greg. Oh no, Greg has a bruised... He has 2 bruised groins. Somehow Greg has 2 groins and they are both bruised. Greg, you are an amazing freak of nature, sir.
I cannot handle compliments, so I don't know what to say, but they ah! No! Why am I running? Why am I running? Why am I running? Why am I running? Why am I running?
Oh, I've never been so
Ah!
tired in my life.
This is why I ran, dude. You guys ready? Liara. Shepard, I've been defeated by this door. I can't commit. Oh, thank you. No, I'm fine. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Everything always works out for old Dunn. You don't have to worry about him. He's got the luck of the ages. Why have skill when you can have luck? Luck is better. You don't have to work at it. It just happens.
Nima wants to touch it. Neff wants to touch it. Abby has no opinion. Bert wants to touch it. Why does everybody want to touch it? Why do you guys want to touch it? I don't want to touch it. It's going to take 10 of our torch. We only have 28. I don't have a don't do it option. Like, I can't leave. Like, I have to do it. I don't want to do it. All three of their options are the same, too. Ah! This gives me the freaking shamble. God. Good. Good. Good.
Beyond the realms of reason.
No. No.
Damn it. This is why I didn't want to touch this thing, you four knuckleheads.
But, you know, everybody likes the things that they like, and it's all okay with me. What I like is a hatchet. Oh, Jesus. Holy crap, that scared the crap out of me. Oh my gosh. Did you guys see that? Oh, holy crap. Oh my god.
As the enemy crumbles.
Alright. Let's see, here's the loot. Look at me. Look at me. I'm the loot now. I'm the loot now. Alright, I'll go back. Yes, 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 yes. I am so happy. Screen though. Oh, I like this. I'm gonna do this to all computers now. Oh, I'm very pleased with this. This is excellent. I like this a lot. Yeah, that's where I keep my candy bar. And my flare. Honey, where's the flare? It's in the bathroom sink. Yar, what you yar? Yar, what you yar? What the hell does that mean? Yar, what you yar? Oh my god, I'm gonna walk off the cliff. My meat don't sizzle sizzle, it folds. I like to see teas wiggle wiggle for sure. Must be some kind of young person thing. Oh my god! Toilet water. It's what's for drink. I don't know what's for drink. I don't know what that means. Use this computer. I'm also angry that I'm clearly aiming here. There we go. That's better. Got it. Hey, it's a smiley face. You're right. It is a smiley. It's a smiley face. Unintentional, but fantastic. I love it. Ah. All right, I am back. Catch up on the chat here. Let's see. New clips. New to this anyway. Yep. And yeah, that Pokemon thing, Flightless, that really bothered me. Like, that's not how Pokemon work. What are you trying to pull, Pokemon Arceus? The Pokeball is what shrinks the Pokemon. If the Pokemon could shrink of their own volition, they would do that all the time. Like, why would they voluntarily allow themselves to be shrunk down and captured? Like, the whole thing just makes no sense. I was very, very surprised. I was like, no, this guy is wrong. I don't care if he's a Pokemon, he's got the hat, he's a Pokemon professor or whatever. No. Why would this entire race of creatures have this one universal ability that they never use? I want to think maybe it's a localization issue or something. That, like, on that stream, I talked about that a lot. Like, if you guys had been following me back then, that would have become, like another Shania rant. Because I was not okay with that. I've been playing Pokemon a long time, and this is not how it works. I do not agree with this at all. Grab these quick. Any man of mine. Oh, see now, it's funny you would bring up any man of mine because that's a Shania song I haven't talked about as much as some of the other ones. I do have things to say about Any Man of Mine, but they're actually complimentary. I think Any Man of Mine is a silly, fun song. I don't think she means it. Every time I hear Pokemon, I think of how Whale Lord and Skitty... Oh my god. Seriously. Double standards? I mean, yeah, but I feel like... See, I watched a video that compared Any Man of Mine to Meghan Trainor's Dear Future Husband. And basically the point they were making... I can't believe someone recorded a video about this, and I can't believe I watched it and then have opinions. But that Shania's tongue is firmly in cheek in that song. She's very obviously joking, and it seems like Meghan Trainor's like dead serious about her. There's a line in there in Dear Future Husband that's something like, "We'll always see my family more than yours." Like, that's insane. Oh my god. So I think I like Any Man of Mine. I think it's cute. You never named a Pokemon, cannot name more than maybe 3 Pokemon. I bet you can name 3 Pokemon, Goro. Megan is married to a spy kid. Yeah, last time we talked about her, I think that came up. I saw she's got like a cooking show or something now. I mean, how many spy kids are there? There's just 2. There's the brother and the sister, so she's married to one of them. I guess I could sleep more. Any Man of Mine. Any Man of Mine is catchy. It's very catchy. It's a catchy song. Dad jokes. We have a lot of those here. Pikachu, Charmander, Charizard, Bulbasaur, these are all correct, Koru. You can name more than 3 Pokemon. Technically, Charmander and Charizard are the same Pokemon. A teasing, squeezing, pleasing kind of song. It's so stupid that you kind of can't hate it. How do you get Pikachu on a train? I don't know. I wish I could predict the answer. I like Megan's because she's like, okay, well, if you treat me right, I'll treat you right. Buying groceries, buying what you need. Yeah, but like, I don't need anyone to buy me groceries. Like, I got it. I can handle that. When my wife and I go to the store, we kind of split up. Like, I get my stuff, she gets her stuff. But we eat different diets. Her for her illness and me because I have a different diet. So we've never really like cooked for each other. Which is kind of sad. Like, we're missing out on something there, but it is what it is. Instacart, I do love it. Kind of expensive though. Any man of mine better disagree when I say another woman's looking better than me, and when I cook him dinner and I burn it black, he better say, I like it like that. Except she doesn't say yeah, she puts a CH in the front of it. She goes, cha. I've never forgotten that she goes, cha, and it really bothers me. But, like, what husband is gonna go, yeah, she does look better than you? Like, why would you do that? Honestly, if I burn the dinner, my husband better say, I'm ordering pizza. Yeah. And if I change my mind a million times, I want to hear him say, I like it that way. No one likes it that way. In your heart will go in. Celine sings Thatch for the first that. I gotta think about that. Crib and I, he buys Factor meals, and I'm like, let's see what we have here. Oh boy, this is gonna go out. I don't want it to go out. I could put a freaking coal in there. You know what? There will always be more coal. Why is the scary music coming on? I hate it when it does this. Don't put the scary music on, Long Dark. Your husband does 95% of the cooking. I cook my stuff, she cooks her stuff. Works better that way. I forgot there was a bed here. But I wanted to sleep near the front because I thought I was going to cut this firewood. That was my plan. I had a plan, it was just a stupid plan. You really picky, no foul, no farm, everyone is happy. Yeah, right, exactly. I mean, society has all these conventions about how people in a relationship are supposed to act and what you're supposed to do and stuff, but the truth is, do what makes you happy. Like, as a couple, do what works for you. Don't worry about whether you're supposed to do this or you're supposed to do that. You know, I'm sitting here on this side of a 30-plus year marriage, and I'm telling you, just, you know, work with what works for the two of you. Don't worry about what you're supposed to be doing. Yeah, that way you each get what you like. Yeah. I did not find a coal on this little stream, and I can't remember. I can't remember ever coming here and not finding one. Except now. Except Greg. Okay, I'm gonna try to put this torch in my pocket. Oh no! Why you want to do this to me? Why you do this, Long Dark? Society is incorrect about a lot of things, yes. We aren't in the 50s. Do what makes you happy, even if that means sleeping separately. Flightless, I couldn't agree with you more. I am in my own bed, and I'm very happy. I sleep great. I'm a light sleeper, she's a light sleeper. We have entirely different cover situations. We made that decision a long time ago and did not regret it. Okay, so I kind of forgot to stop going up the rope. So we're just going to see how this plays out. Absolutely right, Trooper. Tuna would be pissed right now. Tuna gets so mad at me for my rope luck. I push my luck on the damn rope all the time, and it usually works out. I'm not giving up the piles of crap in my bedroom. Oh. Oh, okay. I thought I was all badass. Well, we're probably going to get a little cold here. But we're not playing Nagoa. We're not playing As the Dead Sleep. If we lose a little condition of cold, the life is going to go on. Astrid's heart will go on. Sometimes I don't mind because I can get very needy. Most of the times I'm like, let's crank up these soundscapes and snooze. We are going to Coastal. I'm not sure if that's what I decided I was doing, but that is what I'm doing. It's so much closer. It's so much closer. What? She was just walking. How the hell did her wrist sprain? What? I'm literally just walking along and her wrist sprained. She wasn't going up a hill. She wasn't doing anything. Money B0, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome in. Guys, we're at 504. Money B is follower number 504. Welcome in. It's great to have you here. You've had a sprain there once when encumbered and running in the... I'm not even encumbered. Unbelievably, I don't even know who I am that I'm not encumbered, but I'm not. Glitchy sprain. That was me turning off auto walk, that little pause. Yeah, no weapon anyway. I'll just shake it off. I mean, I understand a sprained wrist walking on the rails. Actually, I do. I just don't understand wrist sprain. Like, I get ankle sprain. You're so excited for your birthday. Took the day off. You're going to go get breakfast, lots of free stuff, then stream, have dinner, enjoy the next 2 days. 21st birthday and you can't drink. We'll find ways to make it fun. That's awesome, Flightless. Happy birthday. Happy 21. That's great. What are you going to stream? Are you going to do Sims? Are you going to do Long Dark or something else? Sunrise in Coastal makes me happy. They should animate the fall. I agree with Epicron. Damn it, I thought I was going to get away with that one. Epicron picked it up. John Denver song. I thought that was old enough that I might sneak that one in. I haven't snuck a song by the chat in a long time. And I thought, oh, you were typing it. You do know it. I haven't snuck a song by the chat in a long time. Sometimes when Koru's not here, I used to get away with it, but you guys have gotten too good. I should make you name the song, because sometimes I think you're just like, well, that sounded weird. That's probably a song. I see you, chippies, shaking that bag. I love that the lyrics to the real version of that song is literally just that one line. I did not know that.
Our community grows.
Charlson, thank you so much for the follow. Charlson1, or C. Holson1, or C.H. Olson1. Any of these are an option. Regardless, thank you so much for the follow. Follower number 505. This is bananas, guys. You guys are awesome. Okay, watch. There's going to be matches right here. 1, 2, 3 matches. Damn it. 1, 2, 3 matches. Damn it. 1, 2, 3 matches. Damn it. Nirvana smells like baby powder. Peaches condition, 47%. Oh, Coastal, you're gonna make me regret this, aren't you? I see you, Jerky. Being that jerk. Alright, am I gonna sleep? Probably. Time of day? Decent. Let's grab a little after we, Sandstorm. Hype. Three. Can I get to the gas station without using a torch? It seems unlikely. Do I go down, maybe I should go down the little Bear Creek thing? Is that house always burned down on Loper, the one by the Bear Creek? We'll see what the temp is like. Maglens fire hype, let's go. I'm not missing this opportunity. I'll even burn my birch bark for this. The one across in the park, I think. I think. I only really know the road portion of Coastal. Astrid. Yep, you know what? I feel the same way, to be honest. Hey, Chip Ninja! Rabbit Grove Cabin is there on Loper. Excellent.
Come on.
Nice to see you.
Come on.
Hey, Astrid. What is this, XCOM? We're missing 80% shots here. I could do XCOM on the 500 follower stream too, though. Like OG XCOM, original XCOM. Man, I'd love to find a way to stream that. I saw this girl streaming it the other day, and I really wanted to ask her how she made it work. But I was too shy.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I forgot I have, like, no fuel. Well, this is more about getting torches than anything else, so... That one sucks. Oh, wait. Oh, I left my freaking fuel can. That's right. Hey, Flightless, thank you so much for being here. It's great to have you in. Happy birthday if I don't see you before the 18th. I'll probably see you before the 18th. But you know what? What the hell? Happy birthday anyway. Well, don't that make my birch bark blue? I don't know. That one didn't work out. Now, I'm not attempting to sneak that song past the chat. I'm just trying to remember who did it. Yeah. Oh, I didn't get it. I started moving as if I was Mr. Cool, and I didn't get it. I guess I'm never gonna get it. Never gonna get it. Don't It Make My Brown Eyes Blue is Linda Ronstadt? That doesn't sound right. That's not right. Now Dunn's just showing off. Don't it make my brown eyes... Who did that? Who did Don't It Make My Brown Eyes Blue? Crystal Gale, thank you. Thank you. My brain kept going Debbie Boone. I'm like, it's not Debbie Boone. Debbie Boone is You Light Up My Life, and I think that's about it. The laugh at the end of that is 100% of the value of that redeem. Garu's laugh. I gotta start, you know, do you remember when Rock Goth was collecting cacaws? Maybe I can start collecting Let's Go Duns. Like, I could go to other people's streams and try to get them to say Let's Go Done, and then have various redeems of all your favorite streamers saying Let's Go Done. That seems very egotistical, though. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't do that. Falcon's into it. It's kind of your thing, though. That's right. I don't want to take it away from you, Koru. That's true. The laugh at the end is the only reason to redeem it. You know, because we can always hear this. Oh, wait, that is it. That. Like, that's always available. You'd love to see me try and do it. Make a fool out of myself. I could not hear that. I added this today. Doesn't even work, though. So you don't know what it is. The stupid thing is too far away. I can't reach it. Get over here. Why don't I keep this thing closer? Now I can access stuff. Hey, let's go. Let's get that DH Gunn theme song. We haven't heard it in a bit. Ah! Anchors. The sounds are quiet today. Yeah. I can't really fix it, though. That's kind of sad. What's up with Stream Deck or whatever? I'll have to look at it. So I guess if you can't hear it, I'll just shut it off. What's up, bunnies? Dumbass bunny, run! Run! What the hell is wrong with you? Excuse me? Yeah, I'll get to it when I get to it, he says. Now they run. What was that? A badass bunny. That bunny's like, yeah, I don't sweat you, man. Why are the sounds so quiet? That's sad. See if it happens again. Hey, can I just pick you up? Wow, it kind of worked again. Can you sneak up on them if they don't know you're there? This river makes you nervous without a flare gun? Why? Oh, I kind of forgot about, like, Bear's situation. I kind of forgot about. Now I'm nervous. Hey, crows, why don't you give it a rest? Trying to mix it up there. Will the okay? I was gonna say, is the deer not gonna be afraid of me either? No, he was. Where's that little house?
Can you eat trees? Because I'm gonna.
You noticed my sounds were quieter today? My audio presentation is my strong point. Ah, damn, the house is burned down. Unless I'm thinking of the wrong house, this is where I was going. Is there a different house? Rabbit Grove Cabin is way back upstream. Alright, well, we'll let that go then. Temp-wise, pretty good. I have found book matches here. Maybe not in this cabin, but in one of these three. Not in a drawer. I think it was like backpackers. Day 100, you're glad you have a bear coat and a Mackinac because it's so goddamn cold everywhere. Yeah, all these cabins with no outhouses. Yeah. I wonder about that. Where are these? I guess we can work out where these people are going to the bathroom.
The owner's mind.
That's what the coast is for. So good. That stupid torch lighting off a match thing really makes me mad because this was a mag lens fire. So I didn't use any matches to get this and I still ended up wasting one. Wait, did I check the first aid thing? Damn it, I don't know. I did. Crap. Sewing kit, man, thank goodness. I was really starting to getting worried that I wouldn't find enough sewing kits. Fortunately, I think we're getting close to having a good amount. Fishing huts may have matches. They will be checked. You're nervous, you're almost out of kits. You can never have enough. The 3 regions you avoid. Oh, Jesus, man. Talk about scaring me. What a jerk. Give me a freaking heart attack, dude. I mean, I know he's just as afraid of me as I am of him, but holy crap, that was scary. Guess 'em. Bleak Inlet, Black Rock, Hush River Valley. How'd I do? Yup. Yup and yup. Nice. Because those are the ones I would avoid.
Our community grows.
Sometimes is it. Sometimes is it. Sometimes is it. Hey, thanks for the follow. I appreciate you. Thank you for coming in. It's great to have you here. I'm sorry if I screwed up your username. Who jumped? A druid jumped? I jumped, man. That got me. Holy crap, man. Cadillac Jack, you like Hush River, but the other two... Now, see, that's the thing. Hush River seems like it's worth it to learn it. Because people who know Hush River speak really highly of it. But I've never heard anybody speak highly of Blackrock, no matter how good it is. No matter how well they know it. And the only good stuff I've heard about Bleak Inlet is, like, it's good on Voyager. I swear these deer are just throwing up. That's what it sounds like. It sounds like they're just vomiting onto the ice. Same, Koru. It all looks the same. Why did I take that charcoal? I don't want it. Aurora Mine is not a bad suggestion.
I'm starving.
Astrid, you got lots of food. I swear they're throwing up. I really don't think real deer make this noise, and if they do, I don't want to know that they do. There are other regions that do what Blackrock does, but better. Yeah. Oh, Borky boy. We'll hit the island. HRV is good on Stalker too, can confirm. I guess in general it seems like HRV is worth it if you learn it. Whereas Blackrock is not worth it even if you learn it. Like, the reward is not worth the effort. Lots of stuff to be found in Blackrock, though.
I could eat anything right now.
Well, after having done As the Dead Sleep, I'm a little less nervous about Timberwolves than I used to be. But I still don't like them. HRV is God when doing Outer Nagoa. Oh, I can imagine. Blackrock is great when you feel especially... I always say machoistic when I read it. Masochistic and want to suffer with no benefits. Chip Ninja loves Blackrock! Someone who actually loves Blackrock. I'm excited. Because, like, last night when Zach was on, I kind of got bold and I wanted to ask him his opinion on Blackrock, and I kind of regretted it because I'm like, he's major in the community. He probably doesn't want to say anything bad about the region. But I said, do you like Blackrock? No. His answer was extremely clear. Yeah, like, I like the Far Territory in terms of... I actually like the airfield. I think it's a cool zone. But there isn't a lot of reason to go there, and it's so far away. Like, I could see going there to stay, but I can't see going there to get something and then come back. He was immediately... immediately, Zach was like, yeah, no. No, I don't like Blackrock. I think right now, what I'm hoping is that we will look back a year from now and say, oh, well, the Far Territory, you go there to get this thing. These things. There will be good reasons to go there. You'd rather go to Black Rock than Ash Canyon. Interesting. I like Ash Canyon. You also want a summit bear. Don't trust your opinion. Like you want them to add a bear to the summit? I like the part of Ash Canyon I know. There are parts of Ash Canyon I don't know, but I do know how to avoid those parts. Well, I'll be going to Black Rock pretty soon when I do episode 4. Probably targeting mid-month for that. Oh, a freaking book. Thank you. Can't believe I just opened a suitcase and I got a book. Who packs a book on a trip, honestly? No one travels with a book. Okay, that sorts the water for a bit. Well, you were a house of lies. I don't know why I didn't take this.
Wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
You can't unless I let you. I don't really know why I took that. Cloth, I guess. Life is a coastal highway, and I want to ride it all night long. Uh-oh. That's it. Get me to a fishing hut. Not you. You'll do. Come on, Astrid. Get that cardio in. You like that one, Calic? Basically, half of my stream banter is badly disguised song lyrics. Take your time, Astrid.
I've been so hungry in my life.
Astrid, you were hungrier than this yesterday. Okay, start this fire. Oh, there's a freaking magnet fire. The regions I generally despise are AC and HRP because there are too many narrow paths I have to navigate around. Do you guys remember when I couldn't find my way out of Ash Canyon? It took me like literally 3 hours to do it. That might be the dumbest I've ever felt playing this game. I just could not figure out where the damn exit was. It was so frustrating. That was painful. It was fantastic fun. I was out of the room. What did I miss? Do I want to fish? How long would it take to open this? Which one's faster, the hammer or the pry bar? Annie was cranky. Doesn't like to be put down. Better eat something, Astrid. Well, that took a long time. Fine. Fine. I don't care. I don't care. Oh no! I don't have the thing. And I probably can't make it. Nope. I don't have any line. Damn it, I came here for torches anyway. I came to get down. Came to get down. So give me torches and I'll jump around. Imaginary fishing. I'll just pretend I'm grabbing these and they're probably going to blow out. I think the test is if you go out and you try to make a fire, it says it's too windy to start a fire. Yeah, your torch is going to go out. Well, then the hell with this crap. That one sucks. I might as well get them though. Sucks. Don't shoot the stove, Astrid. That one's no good. That's just barely acceptable. I can't talk. Barely acceptable. C-.
Man, this pack is getting kind of heavy.
Heck. Getting kind of heavy. Alright, let's go. Haha, your torch blew out. We're fishing in spirit, that's right.
Getting a bit thirsty.
The load bar is the same, but the time passed is different. That took almost an hour to break through the ice. I think if it's going to pass time, it should tell you how much time it's going to take. Hey, Dunn, I know you aren't overly sold on the challenge, but I'm going to add your school's out idea to my list of challenges. Do if it's all good with you. Yeah. I liked the idea. I just thought it might be boring for people to watch. But an entertaining streamer might be able to do something with it. Oh no, Bunny, you're not coming this way. You're going that way. Ah! I don't think that's true, but okay. I don't cackle. I don't have an adorable cackle when I kill things. I think right there you've got me. And we've heard my singing voice. You don't make fires on top of helicopters? Yeah, there's nothing stopping you, though. You could. Can you get on this railing? Probably not. Probably yes. Probably you can. Get on the railing. Damn it. Oh. Is this crazy guy's house? No.
I could eat a horse.
Or maybe it is.
Let's settle on, 'cause I love
Thank
horses.
you, Mr. Crazy Man. Dun, 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 dun. Way to go. Both of you shoosh. You're both entertaining streamers and delightful people. You don't know me. I'm not delightful.
This will come in handy.
I'm not delightful, but I play one on Twitch. Yeah, exactly. We're both horrible people. Remember what we were talking about last night? Thank you, though, Troop. That is very nice. Last night we were talking about what if you die, and when you die, before you can get into heaven, you have to meet the video game characters you played. And they, like, you know, either get to, like, visit their retribution upon you, or they judge you or something.
Drink soon.
And I would be in a lot of trouble. I think Will and Astrid would fight over which one of them got to give me the business first. It would go badly. This might be the most cattails I think I've ever had on me. No, that's not true. I think I got higher than that on my 40 plus run. I kind of doubt, yeah, I doubt it. Oh, if Wade gets to say, I'm really in trouble. Come here, Mr. Comedian. You thought it was funny to toss me off at every bridge in Pleasant Valley, huh? Oh, let's make a fire and see if we can hit the fire with Wade.
I'll take it.
Yeah, if Wade gets a crack at me, I'm in serious trouble. Sims Wade is great though. Yeah. You're like, hey, come on, Wade, I made you a star, man. He did survive. In fact, our explanation is for the reason why Wade is so good in The Sims is because Astrid dropped him on his head, dropping him off a bridge.
This stuff will come in handy.
As cloth. I really hope we don't lose power tomorrow. That would really bum me out. Getting kind of tired of this whole worrying about the power going out thing.
I think I can use this.
Hey, wait, we didn't have socks. We do now. Oh, wait, now we have better socks. Man, Crazy Guy had all kinds of good stuff. I don't need all this water. She's barely going to be able to move. She's doing all right. All right, Astrid, what do you say? Let's repair some clothes. Then it's Betty Bye time. You want to repair your socks? No. What's not looking good? The underwear isn't looking good. Let's repair that. You have 22 things on your list, either games or TLD challenges. That's next. That's the next well sorted, I guess. Still need more jeans. Oh, this one's better. These are the same. There's 22 different games you're going to play? All right, let's big drink. Let's eat those bad sardines. Astrid tanks the sardines again. Astrid, I was ready for you to get sick to those. Go. 10 things in TLD, 3 Sims 4 things. The rest are other games. Are any of them Civ 6 or any kind of strategy game?
Oh, I'm starving.
I know. Iron Gut Astrid, yeah. Your first XCOM 2? Oh, yeah. When I can make it. Yes, I definitely. That's must see Twitch TV for me. Watching you play XCOM. That'd be amazing. I'm very much looking forward to that. Yeah, thank you for making sure you do it in a time when I can see. I'll get up early to watch that. I'll set my clock. Get a cup of coffee. Watch Koru get pissed off when a 95% shot doesn't land.
God, I'm starving.
Yeah, that's nice, Astrid. Go to bed. That sounds great. All right, I would definitely like to make it to the old gas station, the Quonset station. So nice, they named it once. This is not the weather in which I'm going to do that. Yeah, no, do it at a time that's good for you. I will get up. Oh man, excuse me. Apologies. Did we check these? We did. All right, we will repair clothes until this is ready. Give me this thing, just harvest this. Same thing with this. Are we doing our Duke collection? Why do we have all these hats? This might be a bit too... Like, I understand having the toques. Like, that's fine. Ewan is playing your piano. That's cute. That's very cute. A bit experimental. Okay, lowest condition clothing gets repaired. Other than the freaking shoes. That's gonna be you. Sport sucks.
I could eat anything right now.
I know. You could. But only if I let you. There you go. I think I'm gonna be the first Long Dark player in history to get Mending 5 before I get Cooking 5. Ugh, the frickin' wind, man. Oh, how I loathe you. Where's my flare? Did I use it? I don't remember using my flare. And yet, it's gone. I honestly do not remember using that flare. If I used it, I have no memory of doing that. That does happen. Fine. I don't care. I don't care. I'll make my own flare. I don't like talking about my flare. Looking at Brian. Look at Brian over there. He's got 37 pieces of flair and a great smile. Oh, you stupid ass wolves. They're freaking guarding the gas station. You're not getting in here, Dunn. I will figure out a way in, you stupid jerks. Can't stop me. Can't stop me. You can only hope to contain me.
Jesus, this is cold.
That's because it's winter in the apocalypse, Astrid. You're gonna have to get used to that. Wolves out front means none in the yard? That's what I'm hoping. If they called in the B shift, I'm in trouble. Especially if B is for bear. Lope. I thought that already was a challenge, naked wolf hunt.
It's a goddamn.
Oh no, that's just naked in general. We'll try it. Let's just test it with the fire.
Man, all I can think about is food.
A torch is possible here. We can mag lens to get it. Hope we don't have a milkshake on me. The one I came up with, you're calling it that. Okay. What's the... I don't get the milkshake thing. Is this some kind of my milkshake brings all the wolves to the yard? That sort of thing? They're like, I'm gonna bore a card. Yeah, right. I'm gonna bore a card. One day someone's gonna say, who's the weirdo who put the fire in the middle of the road? I did, and it's just so I can light my torch. Alright. I'm ready for you, jerks. I almost called you something else. Then I remembered that I try to run a family-friendly stream. Not that family-friendly. I guess if you're watching with your teenager, you should be comfortable. Oh my god. So much for that plan. New plan? YOLO. You know what, wolves? I'm not afraid of you. I'm not afraid of you. You can't get on this car. Wanted to shout my lack of fear? Yes. Get on there. I do not fear you, stupid wolves. Because you're all on the ice instead of here. Alright. Well, we already found matches, so I feel a little better already. That's YOLO AF, as the kids say. Stealth peaches on the third shelf there. Quirky voice like drive-through. That's AF YOLO, as the kids say. That's bussin'.
Hope nobody needs this anymore.
That's bussin'. For real, no cap. Oh, somebody's gonna come arrest me for talking like that. Stupid whetstone. There was somebody I was watching, Waffle maybe, who was like desperately searching for a whetstone. And I feel like I'm always drowning in whetstones. But maybe it's because I don't, I don't live to day 100. I didn't understand a single word of that sentence other than that. Drowning in whetstones. They are wet. Primitive humans use it to mark territory. What? Why did I get oh my god in there? The whetstones are wet. That's how they sharpen the knives, with the liquid in the whetstone. I'm sorry you don't know how whetstones work.
Hope nobody needs this anymore.
I'm sorry, you're such a dork. For way too long you call them wheat stones? Yeah, I can get into that. Do you see what I see? Little stealth hacksaw over there.
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
A less stealth frontier shooting guy that no one cares about. Do you say whetstones like cool whip? Will Wheaton. Hey, wasn't somebody watching Star Trek Picard like season 3?
I think I can use this.
Am I gonna summit? I've never summited on Lope or Northern Lights, so that's a good goal. I would like to summit. I guess I can't really follow up what I was gonna say because I don't want to give spoilers, but they managed to convince me not to watch it again. You set that as a goal. It felt awesome to do it. Was it hard? If you're already in Timberwolf, you might as well go over to Ash Canyon and get the backpack. I think getting the backpack is easier than getting to the summit. Wasn't too hard. You just had to make sure you had teas and torches. Did I check this? Well, you have way less matches than I had hoped you would. Quonset. You set the bar pretty low.
I wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
Maybe tomorrow. That one little sleep there was so I get my save. Gonna check our stats. And we're gonna wrap this one up. So let's see. We are on day 10. So we've made it 10 days. That's pretty good. We're 25% of the way to the PB, basically. 25% and change. And tomorrow we will continue our search for matches and useful things in Coastal Highway. There is some places in Coastal Highway that I know saplings spawn. So I can check them and see whether they are birch or maple. And we're pretty damn close to DP. We could just run over there and make our arrows and hatchets and everything now. Decent chance I end up doing that. I do love DP. I like Crumbling Highway too, so I'm saving again. I did another because I found some stuff. All right, let's get out of here. So let's talk about the future. Tomorrow. Where's the button I'm looking for? There we go. Tomorrow. Hang on. There we go. Tomorrow. I can't predict the weather. We do have a blizzard coming, so I may lose power tomorrow. If I lose power tomorrow, then I won't be able to do Will Stand Still or Long Dark. Otherwise, that's the plan. Will Stand Still sometime during the day. Long Dark tomorrow night, probably 6:30, 7 o'clock. Oh, thank you, Koru. That's a placeholder. I have a very ambitious transition plan, but I haven't been able to work on it. Yes, thank you, Druid. I hope so too. And then Sunday night is The Sims. Monday night is Mass Effect. Tuesday night is Darkest Dungeon, and then we do Long Dark from Wednesday to Saturday. So that's where we're going. I want to have a whole bunch of thanks to give out for this one. I'd like to thank Sometimes Says It to Sometime Is It for the follow. Cholson1 for the follow. Money B0 for the follow. Audrix Falcon for the follow. Faye676 for the follow. Avatar for the bits. Epicron for the resub. You guys gave me a hype train, level 4 hype train today. Winquisition with the 5 gifted subs. Koru with the gifted sub to Friday. Avatar with the bits. Druid with the bits. O'Keefe with the gifted sub. Burb with the bit. Avatar with the bits. Winquisition, 2 gifted subs. O'Keefe, 2 gifted subs. Unbelievable, guys. Just absolutely bananas. You guys are crazy, and I super feel the love. All the limericks, all the jokes, all the stories, all the hanging out. It's been a great time. I hope you had a good time, too. I will see you guys tomorrow. So let's find someone to raid. Raiding options are... let's see. Thank you. I appreciate all the well wishes. I hope you guys all have a good night too. Audix Falcon, it was great to have you here. Thanks for joining us. I think I'm gonna raid Slid Homes and keep the Long Dark train going. So let's go. Let's go say hi to Slid. Slid is super skilled, so you can learn a lot from Slid. Which I'm more of an entertainment stream. Slid is an educational stream. All right, have a great night. Stay safe. Take care of each other. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.